Hi, this is Dee at Aloha Astro, and I'm real sorry for my jumping mouse today. My other mouse ran out of charge, and right now it's sitting on the cord recharging. So I had to plug in my old crappy one that jumps around a lot. And let's take a look at the moon transiting Scorpio August 1st, Friday, August 1st. Encourages deep introspection on the purpose and meaning of life and soul connections or agreements you have with others as the moon forms trine aspects with both Venus and Jupiter in Cancer and a T-square aspect pattern with the Sun in Leo, conjunct Mercury retrograde in Leo and Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. A second T-square aspect pattern involving Mars conjunct the South Node, both in Virgo, Saturn conjunct Neptune, both retrograde in Aries, and Venus in Cancer, while Venus is quincunx to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, and Mars and the South Node are quincunx to Chiron retrograde in Aries, expands on the theme and the work of remembering why you are here, perhaps by removing what is essentially not necessary to you anymore, or identifying what you no longer align with versus who or what you are drawn toward. Multiple other aspect patterns are keeping energy moving and shifting at a rapid rate, but the point of peace and the voice to listen to amidst all the activity and noise is within you. You can recall your past lives and communicate with your guides, angels, ancestors, and higher self if you ask questions that are relevant and important now. And you may receive messages that will inspire you and rekindle your joy, passion, and creativity, or begin to attract people who play a role in your future growth and understanding. So, it's a busy day, possibly a heavy day, but there's plenty of light in here as well through a grand trine with Mars, the South Node in Virgo, Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius that feed this kite that tops off with Saturn and Neptune, both retrograde in Aries. Overall, though, the theme and the pattern is getting back to something very essential about who you are and why you are here. So, if you're looking around outside of you for that, you're not necessarily going to find it. However, if you don't want to go looking, there are plenty of aspects here that will simply give you a relatively good day. The moon in harmony with the two benefics, Venus and Jupiter in Cancer, is highly pleasant. It might just make you a bit more sensitive, but also more appreciative of the people you love or the things that you love, and it may bring some more flow or opportunity to you that would meet your needs or please you in some way. And the trine as well between Mercury and the Sun in Leo to the Aries combination of Saturn and Neptune. If you are focusing your creative energy on a deliberate thing, then even if it's a little bit slow going with those retrograde planets, perhaps you are focused on some rehabilitation or recreating something or going back to an old project, and you now feel like it's the right time to be taking care of it. Everything today doesn't have to be deep, but depth is where you're going to find the meaning and uncover things about your essential self that may help guide you forward if you're feeling like you're stuck or stagnant or life doesn't have a lot of meaning. Today you can address that, and you may get some clear communication, especially from that spiritual level because of that trine with Mercury and the Sun and Saturn and Neptune. In fact, if you do feel very closely connected to one of your ancestors, it may be a most excellent day to communicate with them, because we also have those planets, Saturn and Neptune, interacting with Pluto and interacting with Mars and the South Node. Here is where, though, the past life information or things that you have just been doing on default without thinking about it. Those patterns, if they need to be broken, you can identify them today, but there has to be a purpose. Changing for the better, or healing, fixing things, getting new insight and understanding. If you're simply approaching and asking questions because you're bored or you think something silly or amusing, then you're not going to get good results. And in fact, you may even find that that has some negative effect upon you if you're not approaching with the respect and proper attitude and behavior to connect with something or someone who is talking to you from another dimension, basically, and giving you some of their time. So practice gratitude in all things as well. That's always a lesson for certain transits that we have, particularly that Cancer and Leo energy, to be grateful for what you have. If you want more of something, then give what you would like to receive, and you will have more. It's a reciprocal thing, and it works without even having to think about it. So use Venus and Jupiter in that nurturing sign of Cancer to create the flow that you desire in your life right now by giving either of your talents and your time or your money, whatever it is that you want more of in your life. Give it to others and it's going to be returned to you. Take care, stay safe, and I'll be back again tomorrow.